Alton's been in this struggle, and I'm very concerned about how we're progressing in it. So I thought a lot about it, sisters and brothers, and titled what I want to share with you tonight called Black People Still Don't Get It.
All right.
For some time now, I have been trying to get the idea over that Black people must take charge of their lives and those of their children. We can't leave this to other people to do, because they're not going to do it. And we cannot sit around wringing our hands and shaking our heads and talking. It's getting late, brothers and sisters, especially for our children. Now, when it gets to the point that the way we live is destructive and leads to our extermination, then we have to think about what has happened to our culture. And we need to take a long, serious look at our condition now.
Amen. Go right there. Go ahead.
If culture is the sum total of artifacts which any group accumulates in its struggle for survival and autonomy, then it's dynamic because it's a struggle. It's not static. It doesn't stand still and never change. It changes with the condition, okay? Because as you try to survive and to be self-autonomous and the conditions change that keep you from doing that, you change in order to combat those conditions. Am I making sense to you? Okay. Now, what is survival? I mean, you know what? Survival means that the group has to do at least three things. One, the group has to see that each individual member keeps himself or herself in good enough mental, moral, spiritual, and physical health long enough to reproduce that self and then take care of whatever you reproduce. That's the least. If you don't do that, the group dies. It's gone. Okay. So that's what survival means. In order to be self-autonomous, it means that the group has to have within its control the means to assure its survival.
All right.
You can't depend on nobody else to do that.
All right.
That's not going to happen. That's not the way the world works. Now, what are the chief obstacles to survival? Okay, let's just be real. What are they? One is nature. You got to have within the means of the group some way for the group to survive earthquakes, floods, hurricanes, tornadoes, whatever. All right? So nature is one. Other men and women who might want to take your land, water, means of survival.
All right.
And yourself.
All right.
You can't become no cotton picking drug addict, alcoholic, kill yourself.
All right.
Right?
That's right.
Okay. Those are the obstacles.
What is good, my people? We are live back again with another live broadcast on the forecast. And I'm not going to be on here late today. I think my brother Bakari coming on at 10:30. So I'm going to be off of here before that. You know, but I wanted to show a couple things, right? Because I saw something earlier and it kind of was going to what I was saying. And it goes back to multiple things that I always say, you know, but, you know, like Barbara Sizemore said, Ms. Barbara Sizemore said, you know, we still don't get it, you know, and I'm gonna start with two other things, and it's not even where I'm going, but I still wanted to show it because I've been not showing it for a while, but I still wanted to show it, you know, because, you know, it's institutionalized from birth, and then we see where we get that. You know, what's going on, Bakari? What's going on, Considra? So I'm gonna show a couple joints, and I'll put the link in. But like I said, we're gonna be off before 10:30. So if you want to come on and say something. Now, like I said, I don't want to, but I have to show this is like, which is the point of, Now I was gonna skip this one, but I'm not gonna skip it. You know what? I'm gonna play it anyway, right? So this is down in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all heard about it, where the infant was decapitated during childbirth.
To tell you something heartbreaking, but it is graphic and could be inappropriate for children.
A young Clayton County mother and father have sued their OBGYN and Southern Regional Hospital after they claim the doctor's negligence led to their baby being decapitated during childbirth.
In the wrongful death lawsuit filed in Clayton County this morning, the couple claims the hospital covered up their baby's death. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor joins us from Southern Regional.
An horrendous story. I have learned today that the Clayton County Police Department is investigating this baby death. And as for the
And that's something that I know Cassandra talked about, the OBGYN and how that's important, you know what I'm saying? Because like from childbirth. You feel
parents,
me?
well, they're just too distraught to talk about it.
This is one of the most sad, egregious, and horrific situations that I've ever seen.
20-year-old Jessica Ross and her boyfriend, Travion Taylor Sr., have an unimaginable story. Their attorney says the young couple was full of joy and anticipation for their first child. They came here to Southern Regional Medical Center for the delivery July 9th. According to the complaint, doctors had diagnosed Ms. Ross with diabetes a year earlier, making her a high-risk pregnancy, but she consistently went to appointments while she was expecting. The couple's attorney says after about 10 hours of labor, Jessica was fully dilated and ready for delivery of Travion Jr. But according to the complaint, they say his shoulders got stuck in the vaginal canal.
What wound up happening after that is just brutal. Dr. St. Julian came in and she, in the process of trying to deliver this baby, pulled on the baby's head and neck so hard and manipulated them so hard that the bones in the baby's skull, face, and neck were broken.
According to the complaint, that is when Dr. St. Julian called for an emergency C-section.
When the womb was open, the feet came out, the body came out, and there was no head. The head was stuck in the vagina.
The couple's attorneys allege nurses and medical staff at the hospital lied to the couple about what happened, discouraged them from getting an autopsy, tried to encourage them to cremate the child, and failed to report the death to the medical examiner.
Yeah, exactly, Cassandra.
They also did not report the death to the authorities of Clayton County or the Clayton County medical examiner. This report was made by a funeral home, and after their funeral home waved the flag and alerted the authorities regarding this, it wasn't until then when Dr. St. Julian told the family what actually happened.
Yeah, so and pretty much, yeah, they're not going to do anything. But so they lied. They didn't even report the death. You know, they tried to encourage them not to do other stuff. And I gotta play this one other part because they didn't even say. I saw it in this one. I think it was. Listen to what they were saying. They did when they want. It was like, yo, we want to see the baby. You know, so they just pulled the baby like so hard that it decapitated them. You know, like institutionalized from the time you are birthed into the trauma centers.
It was supposed. Lawsuit says doctors tried Doctors tried to cover up what happened, telling them that they didn't have a right to a free autopsy, encouraging cremation, and even concealing what happened when they asked to see the body.
When they wrapped this baby up tightly, they propped the baby's head up on top of the blanket to make it appear as though the head was actually attached when it wasn't.
Did you hear that? It was like they act like the baby's head was still on there, pretending like the baby was still out. Like, what kind of disgusting, degenerate stuff is that? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it is the institutions. Like I said, I'm not a freaking doctor. I can't open up a hospital too. You know what I'm saying? But that's why it's important for like the whole midwife thing and having maybe even home births and considering all that. But
wrapped this baby up tightly. They propped the baby's head up on top of the blanket to make it appear as though the head was actually attached when it wasn't.
That is an attempt to.
All right, so It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? And then if we do be able to get born and then we go to their schools, like check it out, this happened down in Florida where they tried to single out all the black students. And this is the last one before I go into what I wrote, because I don't want to get into but it's important for you to be aware of these things, you know what I'm saying?
Flip off on somebody, but you won't get answers that way. So, I got to set an example.
Exactly, Cassandra. That's the point. Like, that's the point. If I don't know what it's going to take, I don't want to be in that situation. That's all I can say.
Parents had a lot to say to our crews today following a student assembly at Bunnell Elementary. That's because only black students were asked to attend. The school district confirms that the kids were brought to that assembly in an effort to improve test scores.
But some parents and community leaders are not buying it. Fox 35's Stephanie Belfamonte spoke with them tonight.
Parents are outraged their black children were singled out and say the school made them feel like they're just not good enough. NAACP is now working with the district on where we go from here.
Initially in the car, they said, oh, we all got pulled into an assembly, but it was all black kids.
Jacinda Arrington and Alexis Smith later learned their fourth graders were taken out of class and to an assembly at Bunnell Elementary, along with all the other black kids in the school. The parents tell me the assembly focused on improving test scores and that their children were told if they didn't have good grades, they'll end up in jail or on the streets.
To me, I feel like it told my child that she's not good enough.
Yeah, exactly that.
All right, they told them basically, if you don't learn whatever we teaching you, right, that we indoctrinate you with, you're gonna be in jail or get shot up or be homeless or something. Like,
to me, I feel like it told my child that she's not good enough.
Yeah, exactly that.
The skin, exactly the color of your skin means that you are not good enough, when in fact, she's one of the smartest kids in her class.
They say their kids passed their test.
now that's the thing, because they're trying to say it's because of low test scores, but they put all the black students in there only, right? And what they're trying to say, like, because most of the black students had passed and had good grades, they're like, what the hell am I doing here then? And I'm pretty sure they dumbass kids, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them failed it, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the meth babies out there, they probably failed it. So it wasn't nothing about no test scores and low grades, you know what I'm saying?
Test too.
Now there's more questions like, why was I taken out of class and singled out, but the rest of, the other black students, why are we here? If we passed, was it not good enough? Am I not smart enough? Does that not count? All my hard work?
According to the Flagler County School District, this was the school's attempt to motivate the black children to raise their test scores. Last week's presentation opened up with the statement, quote, AA have underperformed on standardized assessments for the past 3 years. AA meaning African.
And that's a direct quote to the last past 3. That's who teaching you English, talking about some of the last past 3 years and talking about, oh, they need to raise their scores up. I wonder why. Talking about some of the last, and that's a teacher, you know what I'm saying? I don't care about their dumbass language, but that's their teacher talking about, oh, it's since the last past 3 years. And they put that on an actual thing where it's on, that's like their words, you know what I'm saying?
AA meaning African American. The district said in part, quote, while the desire to help this particular subgroup of students is to be commended, how this was done does not meet the expectations we desire among Flagler schools.
I actually thought, what in the world is going on at first?
Dr. Phyllis Pearson is the Flagler chapter NAACP president and a former principal at Bunnell Elementary. She's been talking with the superintendent and parents.
We can see how we can still help them and support them and never go back to doing such a thing again.
All right. And that's coming from another subgroup. All right. So I'm going to show, because that was like other, and I'm going to go to what I wanted to show. Consider if you wanted to come on here and you got something to say about that, or what I'm going to show you, because I got to show you, it's a good way for me to, say what I want to say anyway. All right. So I'm going to go to the next part, right? You know what I'm saying? So I just had to show those two things, so, but all right. So look at this fool here, you know what I'm saying? N words for Trump, you know what I'm saying? Listen to this fool here.
I'm here to support President Trump. You want to know why I'm here to support President Trump? Because they done did black men like this for decades. Make up charges and put them, so I know Trump is innocent. I support Trump against this corrupt, two-tiered justice system.
Now, this dude probably would be like, yo, there is no racism, but now he's like, yo, I understand as being a black man how they could put charges on you.
It's corrupt, two-tiered justice system. That's why I'm here to show my support as a black man for Trump. And I'm wearing my shirt, Niggas for Trump 2024, and I mean that.
What do you think about the indictment?
Oh, it's a bunch of bullshit.
Okay, my bad. That's the wrong John anyway, but you know, y'all get the point. But I ain't even got to play this, but the Black Voices for Trump dude, his leader is denied bond. So I don't know how that's working out for them and all that. So I don't even want to play it because it's just a court thing. But I want to play this though, right? Because speaking of, you know, as a culmination of things that I talk about, right? And y'all love for these, you know, jinx, these white bitches. And what we was talking about last time with Cassandra, you know what I'm saying, about all of them times where they beat this murder charge. Now, this white chick that murdered this dude, and she was acquitted because she said it was self-defense. So I'm going to play some of it.
Who was killed by his wife, Morgan Lee Sims, age 36. DeRay, a married man and a former college football.
Yo, what's going on, Cassandra?
Ooh, here you go again. You're going to make me do it, ain't you? You're going to make me do it. Oh, my God. I was trying not to say nothing. But you know what? I'm so tired of this. I don't know what to do. You want to separate. First, you decapitate a baby. You had to really be push and pull. You had to, I mean, how? I can't even imagine how you could decapitate a baby. I cannot imagine. What was you doing? It was, if he was stuck, why is you pulling his head? I just forecast. I can't take this. When are we going to get tired? That's my question. We keep going over this over and over and over and over and still nothing. When are we going to get tired? This is so disgusting. It's so disgusting. You know, and then you got the children, okay? You trying to separate our kids from them, but guess who got the honor roll? Guess who's smarter than them? Our children are way smarter than them babies. You know that? Our children can beat them hands down. You know that. And you had the nerves, instead of you checking the test scores and seeing, you're just gonna assume that it's our babies? No. You do to them white kids the same thing you did to them black kids. But if those parents, and like I'm gonna say it again, black folk, if this right here is not making you want to separate, nothing will. Because you are facing murders. You got the KKK in blue now instead of white. You got the KKK in blue, right? And you dying every day. I'm seeing some crazy stuff right now. And we still not tired. I don't forecast if they're not tired now. I don't know what it's gonna take. I don't know what it's gonna take. And then you got this fool talking about Trump. Trump don't give a damn about you, dummy. He cares nothing for you. All he wants is your vote, just like everybody else. Ain't gonna do nothing for you. But you trying to sit up there and think he cares? He didn't care about the white folk that stormed the Capitol. He didn't care nothing about them because he got on his plane and he rolled away, didn't he? Did he say anything? No. He rolled away and left their asses right there in jail, didn't he? For the ones that went, because there's only like 5 of them that went. But what are we going to do? Let's talk about what are we willing to do here? Are we tired or sick and tired of what we're seeing? Or are we going to sit up here and just keep talking about it? What are we going to do? What are we going to do about it? Because we have black schools that we can actually support. I had a friend that came and she was telling me she's African. She had her son here, and her son was at the school, and the teacher had the nerves to ask her son, "What do you identify as?" He looked at the lady. "What are you talking about?" She said, "A boy or a girl." And he went and told his mom, and his mom, he said, "Mommy, I'm a boy, right?" It's crazy. But this is a black teacher. This is not a white teacher. This is a black teacher that's standing up here perpetrating and accepting this agenda. If I was a teacher, I wouldn't even go there because I already know what you are. Why would I ask you that? But I'm so tired of us taking on their characteristics. If you hang around an enemy long enough, you're going to look, act, and think just like them. And that's what we're doing right now. This is why we'll never be free, because we're too busy being up under their behinds. We're too busy trying to look like them. We're too busy trying to please Master. Did I please you? You know, you saw me. I asked the little boy what he identified as. What the hell you mean? What do you identify? What did he look like? You know what I'm saying? This is just stupidity right now. It's just getting out of hand. And Black folk, I'm gonna tell you what, we better get it together. Because we are in trouble. We are in trouble. We don't get it together. I don't know what it's gonna take. Seeing all of this, and we still not ready to do now. We still want to be up under our enemy's tongue. What is it going to take? I rest my mic for now.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. And shouts out to Matron, shouts out to Raw in the building. And yeah, and that's the point, institutionalized from birth, I guess, and like you said, you like so busy trying to be under them is sickening. And next time, I guess we should teach them like, I identify as Black, you know what I'm saying? So now, because you can't say none of that kind of stuff, because then it's like, but then you can talk about what I identify as. So like, all of these reasons is reasons why, like all of us, and putting our support behind those of us who have already created Black schools, or like even if they got like online, or if they trying to do it, help them get whatever they need, you know what I'm saying, for the ones who's really out there doing it, you know what I'm saying? So and consider, so I'm not gonna be long. We're gonna be on here because Bakari got a live coming up, so I'm gonna try to be off of here. I'm gonna be off of here before 10:30. But check this one out, right? Because something that you were saying now, this brother shot dead by his wife 4 times before she fled them and their, biracial children. So check this out, right? And this is her right here.
Who was killed by his wife, Morgan Lee Sims, age 36. DeRay, a married man and a former college football player who was also the loving father of 2 children. Unfortunately, that would all come to a gut-wrenching end as his wife shot him in cold blood inside the bathroom of their home in McKinney, Texas, claiming self-defense. When the police found him and his 2 kids, his wife planned to escape the country. This is the story of how the events of that dark day, one he cherished deeply, 2 beautiful children into. Still, we know that their relationship was fraught with tension and allegations of abuse. In 2014, a significant event marked a turning point in their relationship. That a darker side of their relationship existed, and it would not be able to hide much longer. On the fateful
He found out she was a white girl. He realized, oh man, what have I done?
Her mother didn't seem to show remorse or confess immediately. Instead, she is said to have hidden the firearm behind her back, a clear attempt to conceal the evidence of what she had done. And after the shooting, everything was a mess. DeRay was left on the bathroom floor, his life sadly ended too soon. In a rush, Morgan left their home, leaving their 2 young kids behind in an act of unbelievable selfishness. She took with her $6,000, DeRay's wallet, phone, keys, and their family passports. When the police arrived, they found a heartbreaking scene. DeRay was on the bathroom floor, a sad reminder of what had happened. Before, she had $6,000 in cash. Piecing together the events of that tragic day, Morgan was found north of Anna, Texas, in her car. It was as if she was ready to leave everything behind. As we mentioned,
including those mulatto children, she left them there in the apartment with the brother dead on the floor. You know what I'm saying?
Before, she had $6,000 in cash, her husband's wallet, phone, keys, and even their family passports. It seemed like she had planned to disappear and start her life all over again. Evidence from her phone even showed she had been looking up directions to Mexico. But her plan didn't work out. The police arrested her, bringing her in to face the consequences of.
They got to the part where
they argued that DeRay was simply taking a shower after doing chores around the house, did not premeditate her husband's murder. Instead, they found that she acted either recklessly or in the spur of the moment, influenced by the heat of passion. This suggests that they believed her actions were a reaction to immediate circumstances rather than a planned event. But that didn't mean Morgan was free to go. Instead, the jury found her guilty of a less serious crime of manslaughter, which carries a lesser charge than first-degree murder. The judge gave Morgan a jail sentence of 180 days, which she began serving on November 19th of
180 days for killing. Now he was in the shower, and she said they was like, oh, and she tried to be like, well, he beat me up. You know what I'm saying? This the black man beat me kind of thing, you know.
2021. She has since completed this sentence. As for bail, she was held on a $500,000 bond during her trial. The story of DeRay and Morgan Sims.
All right, and so pretty much she was like acquitted of murder, you know what I'm saying, and didn't really do the jail time. They kind of let her out. But yo, what you think about that, Cassandra?
You know what, Forecast? Right now, I feel how many times do we have to tell black men and black women to leave these dangerous snow people alone? These are the same people, do I have to keep telling you, that hung you and burned you alive? The same people that cut babies out of your stomachs, your ancestors' stomach. The same babies that fed your babies to alligators. Do we have to keep telling you? What is it? We keep saying this, and we keep talking, and it keeps being where, oh, these white women are not toxic. Oh, black women are so toxic. But look, who keep killing who? When the last time we heard this happening from a black woman? He's in the shower. You say self-defense, but he's in the shower. What do you self-defense from what? If he was in the shower and you was that afraid, why didn't you leave? There was an opportunity to leave. You shot him through the shower or whatever, right? He's in the shower, you shot him, and then you had the nerve to leave your babies. She didn't care nothing about them black babies. Because if she would have, she'd have took them with her. But see, this is why I keep telling you, even though white women are married to black men, they still don't like those black children. Period. I even heard a white woman say that. She said, I still have racist feelings against her black daughter. These are not normal people. These are not people. These are Satan's seed. God called them serpent people. Do we understand that? Serpent people. That means these are demons' babies. These people are Satan's children. I don't know how do we break it down to you any more than what we've said? And y'all keep on going. Go ahead, passport bros. Go ahead. Go on to Germany and get as many as you want. You end up dead, they're going to walk just like this one did. They don't care nothing about your life. They don't care if it was self-defense or not. Long as girl, good job. That's what they're saying, good job. 180 days for a life taken. If it was 80 other way around, he'd get the death penalty. But this is how much your life don't matter. I rest my mic for now.
Yeah. It's a sick mindset, and I don't know what the brother was thinking, but I guess he realized too late. But yeah, they be quick to leave their own children behind, just like it's nothing, you know. But and yeah, I agree with you and Matron on that point, you know. So I just wanted to show y'all that because she had got out. I guess she out now, you know what I'm saying? So, but so yeah, that brother is
she out now to kill the next one. Who else? What next victim? I guarantee she with another one. He's dumb enough to be with her. Oh, it's not gonna happen to me. She gonna kill that one too. Go ahead, let it be a serial killer. Go ahead.
Yeah, they are serial killers. That's what I'm trying to say. The most dangerous species in the universe. You know what I'm saying?
But they call us black women toxic. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So and so I was looking at this one, right? And this came up. This was like like an hour ago or whatever. You know, not this particular thing, but the video I was watching. But so a white dude was convicted of killing it was a black man, but they said a black Muslim, and they freed him, and the judge ordered a new trial. Now this white boy here was convicted of manslaughter, just like we saw with the last one, for killing his sister's black Muslim boyfriend, and he has been released on bail, and the judge has ordered a new trial, you know. And instead of reading all that, I'm gonna show you what happened at first, and then I'm gonna show you
This is Karina.
What they are saying like an hour ago. This is what happened.
Man accused of killing his sister's boyfriend will spend the next 7.5 years in prison. Mark Cardilli Jr. was convicted of manslaughter last December in the shooting death of Isa Haq Muse. Cardelli never denied shooting Muse, but claimed it was in self-defense. From the beginning of this case, it raised questions about the limits of self-defense and racial bias. News Center Maine's Shannon Moss is at the Cumberland County Courthouse live tonight with more. Shannon?
Well, Lindsay, Muse was shot and killed at the Cardilli home last March when he was asked to leave several times and refused. Now, Cardilli has always admitted that he went to grab the gun but didn't fire it until he said Muse came after him, attacking him. Now, tensions and emotions have run high since the shooting happened. The Cardilli family has claimed that they were retaliated against by the Muse family. The Muse family upset because they say it took police 2 weeks, and what police are saying was a complex case to make an arrest. Well, those emotions and that hurt played out in court today. Now, Muse is the youngest of 9 siblings. Many of those siblings, family and friends, took the stand today, urging the judge to give Cardilli the maximum sentence, which is in Maine for manslaughter, 30 years. Siblings and other friends.
By the way, there's black family up in Maine, by the way, so for whatever that's worth.
They broke down in tears. They talked about what a loving person Muse was and how he would light up a room. They had strong words for Cardilli, calling him evil and a coward for destroying their family. Muse's girlfriend, Chelsea Cardilli, that's Mark Cardilli's sister, also took the stand, telling her brother he took a human life because Muse was a black man. Cardilli spoke, saying he wishes the events that night didn't happen and that every day he wishes Muse was alive.
It's a happens to young immigrant. It's a happens to heavy kid.
So like pretty much they like, yo, we all the way in Maine and you still managed to mess with an N-word?
Coward for shooting somebody in the back.
I did not want Mr. Muse to die. I am not the monster that people think I am. I did not want Mr. Muse to die.
Sentencing lasted for more than 5 hours today before the judge rendered her decision. Again, that was 7.5 years in prison. She said this crime was...
All right, so it has not been 7.5 years at all, you know what I'm saying, for whatever that you get for killing somebody. But, you know, but now, 1 hour ago, it's probably 2 hours ago now, you know what I'm saying, they let his ass out of jail.
Man from Portland posted bail and is headed home tonight after spending 4 years in prison. Mark Cardilli Jr. was found guilty of manslaughter in the death of his sister's boyfriend.
But this week, a judge ruled his lawyer failed to vigorously argue self-defense. While state prosecutors are appealing that ruling, Cardilli Jr.'s attorney is preparing for a new trial. News Center Maine's Sam Rogers has reaction from the courthouse and the community.
Mark Cardilli Jr. back in Cumberland County Superior Court Friday for a bail hearing.
The agreement is $20,000 cash and the conditions of no contact with the same individuals that were listed in the pre-conviction bail.
The state and Cardilli also agreeing to the condition that he does not possess firearms or dangerous weapons. In 2019, Cardilli was convicted of manslaughter for shooting and killing 22-year-old Isahak Muse, the shooting taking place at Cardilli's family home. Cardilli's sister was under bail conditions of no contact with Muse at the time, but court testimony stated he was let into the home. Testimony also indicated a family argument began before 2 a.m. on March 15, 2019. That's when Cardilli shot Muse. As Cardilli left the courthouse, friends of Muse and community members held a press conference at the Maine Muslim Community Center in Portland.
To express our profound disappointment with the judge's decision to overturn the conviction of Mark Cardillo.
Fatuma Hussein says she Attorney General's office about the case.
The family has suffered a lot.
The news of court saying he made racist remarks in the past about Somali, Muslim, and black people.
It's vital for the family.
Now, whether or not this brother had called himself black, whatever religion he followed, whatever language he spoke, you pull up there in Maine with a white bitch and you see what happens to you, you know what I'm saying? And you're going to see the results of that, you know? And they was like, out of all the people, you pulled up here with a damn N-word, you know what I'm saying? You heard it, the white girl say herself, like you did it because he was black, you know what I'm saying? He may not even call himself black. That's the crazy part. But it doesn't really matter now, does it? You know? What you think about that, Cassandra?
For one day in Maine, what did they expect? Okay, he got shot at 2 a.m. in the morning. Why are you still at the girl's house at 2 a.m. in the morning? Was you living there? You know what I'm saying? Why is that dude still alive? That's what I want to know. He was in jail, right? You killed a Muslim. So why are you why was he able to he's been in jail what 3-4 years? Why is he still breathing? I'm just asking a question for a friend because it makes no sense to me. I'm trying to make sense of all of this stupidity. We just allow anything. Whatever you do, it don't matter. When are we gonna get mad enough to do something? I'm gonna keep asking that question because y'all just not getting it. Black folk ain't getting it. You don't even know who your enemy is. You at your enemy's house at 2 o'clock in the morning. Remember the one black guy who he was dating one of the white girls and he got so-called it was suicide. I'm sorry, it's not funny, seriously. It was suicide in the man's house, and the dude had in the past, had said something about black people, and his daughter said that he didn't like black folk. So why would you at the girl's party, knowing that this man had been racially, talking racially about black people? So we do stuff not thinking that it's ever going to happen to you, but you always have to cover yourself. Never leave yourself open for the enemy to strike. You have to be, and we failed as parents, y'all, because we're not parenting on purpose. His parents should have said, dude, let me tell you something about these white folk. It ain't like you don't know. It ain't like you've never experienced these white folk, okay, these demons. And for you to sit up and tell me you a Muslim, I didn't even know Muslims date outside their race, for real. I'm just saying. I thought they have to stick with their own.
No,
So
white girls get a pass. Right?
I'm just saying, you won't date a black girl, but you'll go there and date a damn demon. You wouldn't even date a black girl, but you didn't want to jump over the black girl and got a come on now. Come on. Oh my God. It's always self-defense with them. Always. And the dad can't talk. It's never gonna ever be what we want it to be. So my thing is we need to separate. We need to separate immediately. And these people look at us and say, oh, you're trying to take it back. Yes, we're taking it back to where it never should have left. Because there's no way we should be going to school with them. We shouldn't be living in the same city, the same street with them. You stay on your side of the tracks, I stay on my side of the tracks, and we have our black mirror, and you have your, that's the only way we're going to be able to do this. Let them have Maine. Black folk come out of Maine and go somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Somewhere where it's less of them and more of us. Period. Plain and simple. We need our own. I'm so serious. We need our own. And this is the only way that we're going to be allowed to heal and to begin to think right. Because right now we've taken on our enemies everything. We look like them, act like them, think like them. We want to be like them. We want to be them. We've taken on our enemies, characteristics. And that's what happened when you allow them to educate you. That's what happens when you mix and mingle with them. That's what happens when you sleep with animals. You wake up, you have fleas, right? Okay. He got God. Because of here, we're not here again. We're not parenting on purpose. We have to parent on purpose. Period. I'll rest my case.
Yeah, I agree with you. And shouts out to Shanique and Everett in the building, you know what I'm saying? And we're about to wrap it up soon, and then Bakari gonna do his live. So y'all go over there and support my brother Bakari. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying, but for some reason, we don't understand how the game works, and we try to buy our way. That's what I learned about a lot of the people that come on here and argue with that. It's because they're trying to find a way out. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to face the reality, and that's why a lot of them like do be caping for like white girls on the low. You know what I'm saying? Like, unfortunately, it's a deep rooted thing. That's why they even try to be like, black people. Like, that's why they make half the arguments that they make, because they probably have went outside, you know what I'm saying, but they still try to classify themselves or their children as, you know what I'm saying, one of us. So they got to bring it down. But all of this is like a institutionalized mentality, because even when we come from like birth, we see how crazy it is. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, Cassandra, so let me show you this, right? I talked about this before, but I didn't do a live on it. I did like one of the videos I used to do, but he just brought this one up again. Now this brother was in jail for 40 something years because these white Jones lied, and they still to this day maintaining their story.
Welcome back to CBS Mornings. We're bringing you the story today. Get a new trial.
Lead national correspondent David Begnaud has spent months.
That the twins gave to police about who they say sexually assaulted them. A questionable photo, the forensic exam conducted by a doctor on the twins, and then we have an explosive revelation that no one has heard until we started investigating this story. In the rural center of Louisiana, there has been a haunting question hanging over Marksville for decades. Did Vincent Simmons get a fair trial in 1977 when he was convicted of a heinous crime against 14-year-old twin sisters?
He raped two of us, and he put us in a trunk to die. He had me write our names down, and he told us he was going to kill us. And we believed every word of it.
And they lying through
And
their
we were
teeth
not
right
going to
now.
tell anyone. Our plan was we were going to die with this.
But 2 weeks later, word got to the sheriff. And that is when Karen and Sharon Sanders reluctantly reported some details, claiming they were forcibly taken by a black man to a country road and sexually assaulted for 3 hours in a car that belonged to their 18-year-old cousin, Keith Laborde, while he was locked in the trunk.
We called him.
Now they said, 'cause I remember this, right? They was like two brothers ran over there. Well, a gang of brothers ran over there, beat the dude up, tied him up, threw him in the trunk, then like raped the white girls on the side of the road, then just left. You know what I'm saying? And and then that was their story.
Simmons all night. There's so many things about
Now the brothers was not even in the vicinity that they even named in the first place, and I think that they was out there doing, like, you know how white bitches, they be like doing promiscuous things, you know what I'm saying, and then they lie about it, and then what's the greatest lie you could tell? Well, a black man did this to me.
that night. He gave us his name.
When you were questioned by the sheriff,
Yes.
you never gave the name Simmons.
No, we did not.
You never described what he looked like.
No, we did not.
You said all
blacks
in-
look alike.
And you said all N-words.
That's right. Sure did.
So how are we to square the fact that that night you couldn't explain anything? You didn't have his name, you didn't know what he looked like, but now you're telling me today, and you testified at trial, that his name was Simmons.
That's right.
How does that happen?
Okay, this is how it happens. We had all three swore to each other that we would not tell a soul.
May I ask you, with all due respect?
After they told the
Why
police,
did you
of
make
course.
that pact to not say anything? Why
We
wouldn't
were
you
scared.
immediately report it?
Because we were scared. He told us that he had friends and that he would come back to kill us if we told anybody.
67 days after he was arrested, Simmons, who was known to police as a petty thief, was sentenced to 100 years in prison, convicted at 25 years old of attempted aggravated rape by a jury of 11 white men and 1 black woman.
The first thing I want to say to you is that I know.
All right, so this
Forecast,
brother got
hold on. Forecast. Oh God. Okay. He gets 40 years, right?
he got 100 years. They just
But he
happened
did
to
40, right? He
yeah,
did
like
40 years,
44.
right? But you got a white woman just did 180 days for murder.
Mm.
Let that sink in. I'm gonna leave that right there. 180 days, right? The one before that got what? 6 years? The last one you read, you
Oh
said?
yeah, it's like 7 years,
Okay,
7 and a
7
half
years,
years.
right?
Mhm.
But 40 years. Did he murder anybody? He didn't even rape them little nasty wenches. Because you know they lying. You know they sitting up there lying. Ain't no telling what they was doing out there in them woods. With their cousin. Okay? I'm gonna just leave that there. But he got 40 years. Okay, I'm gonna rest again. I'm gonna try to be quiet this time. Go ahead.
No, because I was about to say, I don't. I just wanted to play the part where he kind of got out, but this go on and on for a long time, with them lying,
When you picked him in the lineup.
David.
and then they like
Say that
even the
you never
reporter
did.
like picking holes in his son.
David, I have lived 44 years with his face in my brain, and there's no way that I would have spent 44 years if I had the slightest doubt in my mind that I did not have the right man in prison.
We wanted to speak with the prosecutor who got Simmons convicted. It is among 16 unsuccessful
All right.
and he says he did not have sex with Karen. The sheriff asked you
All right. So yeah,
lock
this
the
part.
other in the trunk while he was on Little California.
Oh my God, she is a sick woman. She
This
has
is her family put her out blast.
Dana Bruyette says long after the trial, Keith admitted to me that Vincent Simmons did not rape Sharon and Karen and did not put them in the trunk of the car. Dana Bruyette goes on to say, he told me that he had had consensual sex with one of the girls
His
and
cousin.
locked the other in the trunk while he was on Little California.
Oh my God, she is a sick woman. She has no clue. Say that was the truth. And they believe that really happened. Why didn't they go report it?
Hello, Mr. Laborde.
Why didn't they go report it? They on the same team at the end of the day.
Exactly. Exactly. That's just it. And she probably did tell that young lady that. I guarantee you she told her that. Why would she say that if you didn't? And then you didn't even, when you report something, you didn't even give the sheriff everything. Tell me we were going to take it to our grave. Well, you didn't. And then when you decided not to, did you come clean and tell him the truth? No, you still didn't give no names. I don't believe none of these. I don't believe none of these crackers say. I don't care because every time they open the damn mouth, they lying. Every time, every single time Satan's children open their mouths, they do just like their father, lie. I rest my mic.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I hope a lot more brothers believe that about their
They ain't
other
gonna get it.
content.
They ain't gonna get it yet. Nope, they're not gonna get it. They're not gonna get it. I had a girlfriend, her brother, same thing happened to him. But the woman killed him and the little boy, the son. And he was what, maybe 9 or 10? The mama killed the husband, and they was going through a little divorce, right? And he was, there moving his stuff out. And that woman killed her, the husband and her 10-year-old son, biracial. I'm just saying, they don't care nothing about them black kids. That's why she left them kids in the house. I'm still going back to that one. They left them babies right in the house with their dead daddy, so you can traumatize them forever. She didn't give a dang on about nobody but herself, and she was getting ready to move and be gone, and would have gotten away with it if she would have known how to get to Mexico.
They're going the wrong way and everything.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're absolutely right. I agree with you. It's just sick, and then they just say it with a straight face, you know what I'm saying? And the other one before said, she was saying I killed him because he abused me. So she got what, 180 days?
180 days. 180 days. That's just like the little police officer that killed the little black boy and got 2 years. Tell me she was her family didn't deserve to be away from her. What? This boy will never get to see this mom will never get to see her son. But we care about you spending time away from yours because you did wrong. See, this is why America's going through what it's going through right now. These crackers getting ready to, I'm telling you, they're getting ready to go through the worst hell within the next 6 months to a year. Watch and see what happened to them. You're getting ready to see some stuff getting ready to happen. It's going to blow your mind. And they get what they deserve. As long as you don't pay us reparations, and I mean, that's a debt owed. That is a debt owed. You're gonna keep going through what you're going through until you pay up what you owe. I'm telling you, they're getting ready to get it. Y'all don't understand. All of this is cranking up because of what they've done to us. It's all about y'all, black folk. It's all about us, how they've treated us. Don't let them pay reparations. They're gonna have to pay it eventually, but they got to go through some more hell first. It's almost like you remember in the Bible, their heart was hardened. All that stuff was happening to them. They still didn't want to do the right thing. Oh, they got some pain, and they keep telling me, we're gonna be raptured. You ain't going nowhere. You're gonna get this whooping, honey. You gonna get this whooping. This much needed butt whooping. I want to say something else, but I ain't gonna say it. I'm be nice. You gonna get this whooping. Go ahead, forecast.
I
You
agree with
don't know
you.
how to act. Why you keep letting me go up here?
No, you going in. I appreciate it. That's what I'm talking about. But you the only I guess they're scared. Everybody else is scared to talk about, what I'm saying, the white bitches. So
Oh, Cassie, too hard. They get on me. Cassie, you too hard. You this, that, and the other. I'm looking at them. I'm honest. I'm saying what y'all should be saying. Y'all sitting up here scared to talk. I don't give a dang on. I'm rough. I say what I want to say. I don't care. It needs to be said. You got black folks sitting there. Well, you this what? Black folk can't be racist. Why y'all keep saying that? Black folk can't be racist, people. We need to understand that. Let me say it again. Dr. Clyde Anderson said black people cannot be racist. We can be prejudiced, but we can't be racist. We have no power to be racist with anybody. If I don't like somebody white and they don't like me, they can impact my life more than I can impact theirs, right? If I go up for a loan, they can impact my life by not giving me the loan. If I want a home loan, they can impact my life. I have no power, right? So stop saying black folk racist. We cannot be racist. Maybe a little prejudice, but I love my own just like they love theirs. But nobody says anything about that, do they?
Yeah, I don't think it's prejudice. I mean, if we ain't seen enough evidence at this point, that's not even prejudging no at all.
There you go.
But like I know, and I agree with you. I wish that black people could be racist, and I take it even further. I don't think we got the courage to be either. You know what I'm saying?
We don't want to be. We want to love. We gonna love them to death. We gonna no matter what. I love Miss Ann. Then Kizzy, she still loved her. Even when she saw her they was taking Kizzy down the road. Kizzy was still calling Miss Ann, wasn't she? I'm sorry. Y'all, we got to do something. This is crazy. This is so crazy. You can't do nothing but laugh sometimes. Because if you get so angry, you just want to tear up some stuff. You know what I'm saying? So now you have to start right now I have to start laughing at it because it's so disgusting and it makes me actually sick at my stomach just to hear and see some of the stuff that I see. It's just downright disgusting and we still aren't tired yet. That is mental illness. Everybody who this does not affect and you still don't want to take your children and tell your children not to be dating and marrying these damnable bastards, you guys are the problem. You are the problem. If you don't see anything wrong with what's going on right now and you still want to be friends with them, this is why we'll never get out of this, whatever we're in right now. I don't even know what to call this right now. Abuse? I don't know what to call it. Because people like that, like Tim Scott, who says America's not racist, Kamala Harris say America's not racist, and then Jim Claiborne, oh, you ain't gonna never get reparations. They are the problem. Those are mentally ill, black-looking people, white supremacy, black-looking people. This is why we're in the shape. And then you have black folk that's in charge, in leadership positions that won't do anything. That's the sad part about it. And then you sit up here and keep voting these judges in that you see that's doing, and the DAs is doing stupid stuff, giving people 180 days for murder, and you will vote their asses back in next year. What? You're the problem. You're the problem. And you don't even understand it. And then you wonder, why we don't see no change? Let's pray for our children. I'm not praying for nothing. I'm praying that you will wake up one day and get your shit together. That's what I'm praying. Because right now, we're done. I'm rest.
Yeah, you're going in. Yeah. All right, so and I was gonna say something, but I forgot. So yeah, let me show you this thing, consider, you know what I'm saying, because I ain't gonna be on here much longer. So I just wanted to show you this video though, you know what I'm saying?
Back up. Well, please, you better back up, lady. Please. Just go to your vehicle, please.
I'm not leaving here until you leave the parking lot that I live in.
Sweetheart, this is America. This is a free...
I know Black Lives Matter. Get your ass out of here. Get your ass out of this parking lot. Now.
I can't believe this right now. I can't...
Like it's 2023, because I can't believe what's going on with the world.
Believe you. I can't believe your attitude. This is amazing.
Why are you here?
Why are you harassing me is what I want to know.
Because you have been sitting here, I've been watching.
Enjoying myself, right? Enjoying myself, huh?
Yeah, in this parking lot.
Enjoying the sunshine, just enjoying my business.
Good. Go about your business. Get your business ass.
Sweetheart, you just go enjoy your day. Look, your dog needs some water. Your dog needs some water. You need to give your pet some water.
You don't have a sticker. You don't belong here. Hi, my name is Candy. And I don't like this guy. I fear this guy.
You fear? I'm fearing you right now.
Oh my God.
So,
Get your
What she say for a cat? She fear him.
yeah.
But she in his camera in his window. Oh my God. Maybe she got Alzheimer's or something. That's
Yeah,
that's
right.
bad, sister.
She's just, I don't know, it's just their inner, you know what I'm saying, European stuff coming out of them. They can't help it. It's that Neanderthal gene, you know what I'm saying? Bunch of thugs, animals.
Can you go back to your car, please, ma'am?
No,
This
you
fool.
just get out of here.
Listen, that, please.
This is my parking lot.
Oh yeah, that was what I was gonna say, consider, because I want you to even notice in the way this brother talking, right? Like when I was listening, you said something earlier about like how we speak to them and then how we speak to each other. Like even like when you listen to the slave narratives, right? Even when they talk about their parents, you know what I'm saying, in a loving way, they'd be like, oh yeah, because the niggas was down, blah blah blah, you know what I'm saying, doing this. And even when they talk about the white bitches or whoever would hate because they'd be like, yo, Miss Ann, you know what I'm saying? She did this. I was glad this happened to her. But they always said Miss Ann or some level of this. And then they always refer to black people as the N words, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Always gonna respect the enemy, ain't you? Always gonna respect the colonizers. Always gonna respect the one that hates you the most. You have the utmost respect for them. They step on your shoe, you'll wipe your shoe off and you'll keep walking. Let me step on your shoe, bitch, you after that. And I got to be all the names in the book. But let them get up in your face, like let us get up in your face, like this woman getting up in your face. And what would, if this was a black woman, what do you think he would have done? He'd have probably popped her in the face, just like that man that died who told that black woman whose 14-year-old son shot him. What did he tell her? I'm gonna pop you, I'm gonna knock you out. What didn't they what the ain't that what the man said? I'm gonna knock you out. You think he would have said that to a black if she was black? What do you think he would have done to her? The same thing that man tried to do that black woman in the restaurant. Her son came in and saw it and shot him, right? And killed him. And black folk had a fit. Oh my God, her son did this, that, and the other. No, the dude shouldn't have, but the dude, boy, the baby is not gonna sit there and let you beat on his wife, on his mom. He should have never thought about hitting that woman. Just like this one ain't thinking about hitting Massa. The black man shouldn't have thought about hitting the black woman. You see what I'm saying? We don't get the same energy, that we give them. They don't get that energy from us. They can do whatever they want to you, say whatever they want, and you won't say nothing. You sitting up here playing with her. But if that was a black woman or a black man, they'd have been fighting, shooting each other. I rest.
And he be like, B, get away from my car. What?
Exactly. Exactly. You didn't do her like that. Why they don't get the same energy? That's how sick we are. That's how sick we are. We some sick people. We can't just call them sick. We are sick for taking it. We are dealing with mental illness here in the flesh. That Willie Lynch syndrome, we got it bad. We got it bad. We got it bad. And you'll read the Willie Lynch and say and sit up there and tell somebody, "Oh, that wasn't real." What are you talking about? Are you reading? Are you reading what I'm reading? Or you can't read? You can look around and tell that that's what it is, but they'll sit there and tell you it's not real. Yes, it is. Look at it. Look. We're sitting there right. We're seeing it. We're experiencing it every day. I rest my mic.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And Ross said, "What is the meaning of racist?" She think that it means to be for your people. Yeah, and I like MD2. Not only the ability to control your own destiny, but the ability to affect others too. And Ever said we could be prejudiced, but we don't have. And I don't think that we are prejudiced. That's the thing. Maybe you can be. Maybe you got the power to be racist too. If you and the thing is, you would have power if you were racist because you would. That's just like hiring your own, doing everything with your own first, like and excluding others. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that is a part of creating your own system for yourselves. You know what I'm saying? So maybe you should, but I don't even think that we're prejudiced because we understand how this works over and over. It's like dumb. It's like hitting your head against the wall if you don't get it at this point. It's not prejudice means to prejudge. We ain't prejudging nothing. You know what I'm saying? We know what we see.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly. We love it on us. We love our own. For me, it's about loving my own, just like they do. Okay. But when we love our own, we got to be called something. It's don't have no what else to call us. And it's not even about, and I really don't believe that we're being prejudiced. We're just calling them out on their BS and we holding them accountable. That's what it's called. But they gotta put a name to it. They gotta point to us and say, "Oh, you guys are the most racist." And I've been, I've heard that all the time. "Oh, you black people are the most racist." And I'm looking at them like, "Well, wait a minute. This is your behavior. We calling you out on your behavior, but then you calling us racist because we calling you out on your behavior. What kind of sense does that make? Does that make sense to you? You come up here and hit me and then tell me that I started it, but you came up here and hit me first. You understand what I'm saying?"
Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
Oh yeah. And Ross said, black people can't be for themselves. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully we can. Matron said that he went to Candyland. That's
Make you say, "Well, he went to kid."
that you can kill your own, but not your enemies. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, and this brother is mad soft on it. I'll finish this one.
To your car, please, ma'am.
No, you just get out of here. This is my parking lot. You get your ass out of here.
Oh.
Get out
Oh,
of here.
wow.
Get out of here.
Ma'am,
Get out of here.
ma'am, ma'am. What? Can you calm down? What's wrong with you? What is wrong
I
with
don't
you?
like you. You might
Is
think
it my skin color?
You have been sitting here for more than an hour. You said that your mom lives here. You said your mom lives in 911. There's no such thing as 911. This is this black man harassing a white woman. Oh, yeah. Oh.
It don't look like it because I'm in my area and you're not in your area. Can you go in your? Whoa, come on now, back up now, ma'am. Ma'am, please.
See, now the crazy part, right? I think that black women could probably beat up white dudes if it came down to it. You know what I'm saying? Not that they should or shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? But they probably could. But the fact that white bitches can punk out like black dudes is like kind of crazy to me. I don't
It's
understand what it.
disgusting. That's what it is. It's disgusting. It's downright disgusting how some of them will ask them what, where they live, and they will explain to them. I don't have to explain to you. Get out of my face, period. Why am I discussing where I live with you? Who are you? Do you own the building? You understand? Especially when I'm buying a condo or something. These guys are explaining, walking, and they walk into their apartment with them. What in the world is going on here? Or either you have a white woman stopping them from getting on the elevator or out the elevator. What in the world? But let a black woman try that, and boy, you be ready to beat her down. I don't know. I'm just, I don't understand. I'm trying to get this, but it's just not sinking in or
Well,
something.
because if they know what happens, remember the brother did 44 years out of 100
Mhm.
for a white bitch saying something about it, and black men know this. We know what happened. We know about Emmett Till. We just ain't do nothing about it. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? We know the problem,
Mhm.
and if there's something happens to a black person or another black woman, oh well, you know what I'm saying? There's no consequence. Ain't no police. Ain't no army. It can be, you know what I'm saying? But that's why brothers could have that same energy with a black woman, but they know if they even yell at all the white dudes in that community gonna come out there and be like, hey, break it up once he started being like, yo, get out my face, you know what I'm saying? And so
Exactly, and they'll protect a white woman before they will a black woman. You know what I'm saying? A black woman to be beat down, a white woman, they coming out there defending the white woman. I'm looking at them like, are we that? And Shanique said we've been successfully programmed, and she's right, we have. And this is what's happening with our children. This is how they've educated us and our children because we've allowed it. So now we don't even. I mean, it's so far gone now. I don't know how we're gonna bring it back. It's gone.
yeah.
It's gone. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. What up, Buwana? Yeah, Ross said programmed and conditioned. Um, Ever said white bitches really can't season food. Okay, go eat one of their plate. Go to one of their they call it picnics. You know what I'm saying? If you know why, you know. So if you invited, go ahead and eat one of their plates if you think they can see the food.
Be some human meat on there.
Yeah. All right.
Your
So
brother up there on that plate.
I ain't lying. Ain't no telling what's in there with cheese and like, you know, bathtub water and like nasty stuff. But all right, so let me go to the last video because we about to get out. And I said I was gonna play this one last time about the casino one with the white girl that was with the white bitch that was tripping.
Record me! Record me! Record me!
Oh, that was pretty much the end, Buwana. It wasn't that happening.
Record me! He's a fucking loser. You're a fucking... Where's the fucking from? Nope. Ow! We fucking idiot!
So now she put hands on her, right? They put hands on now.
Where the fuck are you from? Fucking Rick. Where are you from? Stop. Stop.
Yeah, he's like, Ashley, stop.
Stop.
I'm pressing charges.
That's crazy. Well, if she kill you, maybe she'll get 180 days, I guess.
I know. He pressing charges. He finna die. You calling police over there. He gonna die tonight, bro. Call them rednecks if you want to, the thugs in blue. So he pressing charges. Who he pressing charges on? She gonna press charges, even though she on camera. She gonna press charges on you and win.
Yeah, that's crazy. And they gonna have to pay.
Okay.
Stop. Stop. Fucking pay attention. Fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. Back. Back. Stop.
Hey, is security gonna come?
For what?
You see, she didn't care, right? She was like, oh, and he talking about the security. But, you know, he
Like,
is in there.
security on my side. She know that.
And
Go
the
ahead and
white,
call him. She know she ain't going to jail.
yeah, white boy must have just seen that Alabama video before he went up there. He was trying to hold her down, like, please.
Leave him alone. That's too many of them in here.
Damn. All right, let me play the rest of it.
Is security gonna come?
Rapist?
Is security gonna come? Like now?
Stop being a little bitch, fucking nigger.
What? No, say it again.
He said,
No, say the. Oh, I got you. Oh, but no, he's sitting up here calling me a nigger and everything like that.
No, he said stop you Arabian.
Okay.
Man, stop. Man, stop.
oh, man. Damn, what you think about that one, Cassandra?
Oh my God. Did he say that? He said that, didn't he?
He did. He had the courage to say it twice, but he did say it in his face and he knew nothing was going to happen. So
Exactly. He didn't say, yeah, he knew what that, yeah. He was trying to trigger him. That's what that was. He was trying to trigger him to get up and do, you know what I'm saying? And then he'd be the one going to jail. The black dude. Whatever. We already know how they operate. But like I said, it's up to us to separate. If you tired, we have to separate. Plain and simple. That's just where it is right now. And if you don't, that means you're not tired of it yet. I mean, it's just so bad right now. I don't know. They just killing you and getting away with it. Like in your face, getting away with it. And we still don't do nothing. We don't get justice. We don't say nothing. We don't nothing. We don't retaliate. Nothing. And until we retaliate, just like that dude could come on up out of jail at 4 years. Okay, come on. Go ahead, let him go. Let him go. Please let him go. And we don't do nothing. He shouldn't have even come out of that jail. So these brothers in the jail who raping each other and harming each other, and you let this dude hurt your brother and you didn't say nothing? Even the Muslim brothers in jail who call themselves Muslims and they just scared. They're not real Muslims because as soon as they hit outside, they convert. They go back or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you allow this brother to be this dude to be up in jail who murdered your brother, and he gets to walk out in one piece? Really? That's what we do now? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and even with this this last one, she already hit him and kicked him and all of that. So he could have what I'm saying,
Broke
hit
her
her in the
damn
head.
leg. That's what he should have did.
Right. And she already threw the first punch, you know what I'm saying? Like I showed on the last one with the sister. Oh, you think I should show that again, or we should just close out, considering?
Well, you got to show that one. Come on. I'm sorry. Come on, one more time.
All right. Let me find it real quick.
This right here was the best one ever. I'm just saying.
All right, let me find it real quick. Oh yeah, I know where it's at. Let me see. All right, here we go. All right, this is gonna be the last one. Let me see. All right, this is gonna be the one we go off on. Cause yeah, that brother could have did that at this point. You know what I'm saying? He could have been like this.
I hit the pool in my chair. I've been waiting on this. What? What?
Oh
Put his
man, this
glasses
is so
down.
funny.
Like it's your best bet to just walk away. I'm confused. You had no business telling her.
And you telling me, oh, is she prejudiced? Is she racist? Come on, black people can't be racist, and I said can't. Come on, like don't talk him out of it now. He just took his glasses off and put his hat down. He ready.
Like it's your best bet to just walk away. I'm confused. You had no business telling her to shut up.
Oh, you had nothing. Come on. I'm waiting on you. Because what you not about to do is try to get me arrested. So come on, you got to swing.
Yep, she said you hit me first. I love that. Come on.
Like really, just walk away. Just walk away. Like, are you kidding me? Like what the fuck?
Oh man, then hopped on the scooter and left. Oh man. Yeah. So yeah, what you think, considering?
I am loving it. We need to see more of those. Can we see that? No, I ain't gonna say it. I was gonna say, can we see the Alabama brawl? That's the one right there. I'm just kidding. Oh my goodness, I tell you, I am just loving that. That is my favorite right now. I love that video.
Oh
boy.
yeah, definitely. Oh, all right. So that Alabama one too long because we're gonna be over 10:30. But I
Yeah, I'm
can't
just kidding. No,
show.
I was just kidding.
No, you're right. I'm gonna show that probably the next time. But it's one quick one I want to show real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because this one not long. You know what I'm saying? They might even give me a strike for it, but it's all right. You know what I'm saying? And if they do, y'all could go to the other channel. But
It's crazy. Oh boy, that's too funny.
let me see. Damn. This one was after the oh damn, they took it down.
They always take the funny ones out, but they'll leave them
Yeah.
police videos up forever, don't they?
Yeah.
But they don't never leave the ones where we kicking their butt up. They want to take them down.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll let you give the last words.
Oh man, I don't even know if I have any last words for Cass. We've said so many last words, and people black folk just don't get it. We still think that we're friends. We still call them friends We still, sleeping with the enemy. We still, going against. I seen a video today talking about black woman. I don't, talking about black men again. And I'm like, you're the only idiot talking about leaving your support, your protector. You don't see any other women doing this. We have to get it. We have to do better. We can't, just like the lady said that you first played. What was the one that the lady was talking about that said about well, we can't leave this to our children. We cannot leave this. What are we leaving to our grandchildren? What are we leaving to the future generations? We're not leaving them anything. They're gonna have to fight like hell to get out of this mess that we have left them. And I would be mad as hell if I grew up in this era. I would look at my ancestors and be like, what the hell was y'all doing all this time? I would be very upset and disappointed if I got to fight my way out of this mess, because white folk gonna be so trained that they can just do whatever to us. That's where they are now. They know they can do anything and everything, and black folk just ain't gonna say nothing. I don't know when this balloon is going to bust, but I know it's gonna bust, and it's coming soon. But I'm telling you, until it get there, I don't even want to see it. I don't want to look at none of it. I don't, because I'm getting to where I don't even feel sorry for black folk anymore, because you're allowing it. You can stop this any day, anytime. Take your money away from them. Recreate your own. Create your own. Locally, everybody who's in an area, you see a building, come together with like-minded people and create your own and support it. We can stop this. Take your money from Walmart. I guarantee you, they'll be begging to sit at your table. Come on to the table. Let's see what we do. What can we do to get, because they know it's all about us. We can stop this. What did the white woman say? She said, black folks, y'all can stop this any minute. We can do this. But we don't want to, because we are not ready to separate from our best friends. We're not ready to separate. What Kizzy do? We're not ready to separate from Miss Ann yet. But you better get ready. And if you sitting up here still without a candy bar and you walking around with nothing, shame on you. I don't feel nothing for you. I'm serious. I done got to where I'm not even mad no more. What you get mad for? They're not listening. They're gonna keep on marrying them white women. Keep on sleeping with them. Keep on having their little babies and leave. And then you leave your baby with them, and then your baby gets abused. That's crazy. You don't care about your children like that? Or you get over there and thought the grass was green on the other side, and then you get over there and see all that dookie in the yard, huh? And then you say, oh my God, they don't act any better than black women. I'm just saying. But I can't even get mad anymore, because we as black people know what to do. We're just not doing it. So if you've seen this, these are your examples. If you're not tired, if you're not pissed off right now and you're not ready to separate, I don't know what it's gonna take. I don't know what it's gonna take. How worse can it get? Can it get any worse? And you're willing to see how bad it's going to get. I'm not willing to see that. I'm not. I want my own island somewhere. I'm sorry. I'm ready to be out. I rest my mic, and I hope you guys, thank you, Forecast, for allowing me to come on. Thank you. I tried to be nice.
Yeah, don't be nice, we don't got time. Like, yo, we gotta go in, and yeah, I agree with everything y'all saying in the chat. Bakari said that's being racist. Some of y'all say, well, it was a good time to show that if you can be. That's all I'm gonna say, you know what I'm saying? Or stop being institutionalized. And y'all, just because I had to play my old video of me playing the video just to show y'all this, All right, so that's just because we couldn't play the whole Montgomery Brawl thing. So I had to do
That's a
that.
good one too.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. Bakari say what? Oh, I'm being racist. That is something y'all say we can't be. Bakari, be quiet. Ain't nobody listen to your tale. Shut up over there. We love our own. How is us loving on us, being racist? We're holding them accountable for their bad behavior. We'll deal with you later, Bakari. Thank you, Forecast.
Yeah, definitely. And so I'm going to do this, I appreciate you coming on, and shouts out to Realm in the Bush. Y'all subscribe to Consider channel. Shouts out to Raw. Shouts out to Shanique. Y'all subscribe to Bakari channel. He about to go live in a minute. Appreciate you coming through, Buwana. You know what I'm saying? Matron was in the building. Shouts out to Matron. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Everett. I know he listening from the gig, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. And shouts out to Erica and everybody else. And thank you again, Cassandra, for coming on here. And Bakari said racism is good. He appreciated it.
Thank you, Bakari. Thank you, Forecast. I appreciate you. Have a great one, okay?
All right. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to let Miss Barbara Sizemore have the last words real quick. And then we out of here.
Alton's been in this struggle, and I'm very concerned about how we're progressing in it. So I thought a lot about it, sisters and brothers, and titled what I want to share with you tonight called Black People Still Don't Get It.
All right, so I appreciate that. And as always, man, we have got to start standing. Oh yeah, y'all go over to Bakari live and y'all get on there too, you know what I'm saying? But as always, man, we have got to start standing for something or we're gonna keep falling for anything.